I don't want to marry him.
Just marry me, and I'll make you happy. I promise you that.
You're a very beautiful lady, and I love you. Please marry me. Jesus Christ! This snake again! How can I marry snakes? Please don't say fight!
Finally, I have you, my love, and I'll love you forever.
Please, please let me go. I don't belong here. Let me go, let me go. No. I don't want to marry him.
Just marry me, and I'll make you happy. I promise you that.
In a quiet Nigerian village surrounded by thick forests and tall palm trees, there lived a girl whose beauty was spoken of in whispers and songs. Her name was Adizwa. She was the kind of beauty that made people pause when she passed, smooth dark skin that glowed under the sun, long flowing hair, and eyes that held both kindness and stubborn pride. Lived with her widowed mother in a small mud house at the edge of the village. Though she was beautiful, she was also known for her pride and stubbornness. She hated doing things when others did them, especially fetching water in the early morning like the other girls. Every morning, before the sun fully rose, young girls gathered with their clay pots and buckets, laughing and gossiping as they walked together to the stream. It was a joyful routine, cool air, singing birds, and the safety of numbers. But Adizwa always refused. That particular morning, her friends came knocking. Adizwa, come and fetch water with us before the sun rises, one of them called. Turned on her mat and frowned. Morning is too cold, she replied lazily. I will go later, in the afternoon. The sun will be bright, and the path will be clear. Her friends laughed nervously. You know elders warn us not to go to the stream in the afternoon, another girl said. The stream spirits move when the sun is hot. Adizwa waved her hand dismissively. Old stories. Go without me. The girls left, shaking their heads. As they walked away, one of them muttered, Beauty without wisdom is dangerous. By afternoon, the village was silent. The sun burned fiercely, pressing down on rooftops and trees. Even birds hid in the shade. It was the hour when elders slept and children stayed indoors. But Adizwa picked up her clay pot. Her mother warned her. Wait till evening. Adizwa smiled confidently. I will be quick. She tied her wrapper firmly and walked alone toward the stream. The path felt different, too quiet. No laughter. No footsteps. Just the buzzing of insects and the heavy heat. When she reached the stream, the water looked unusually still, dark, and deep. The air felt thick, as if something unseen was watching. As she bent to fetch water, her foot slipped on a wet stone. She screamed. The pot shattered as she fell into the river. The water swallowed her whole. She struggled, flailing her arms, gasping for breath. The current dragged her deeper. Her strength failed quickly under the burning sun and heavy water. No one heard her screams. No one came to help. Her body sank. And Adizwa died. But death did not claim her completely. From the depths of the river, something ancient moved. A giant snake, larger than any known creature, rose from beneath the water. Its scales shimmered like wet bronze, its eyes glowing with strange intelligence. The snake wrapped its massive body gently around Adizwa and lifted her out of the water, laying her on the riverbank beneath a large tree. The snake watched her silently. Then, slowly, it placed its head near her chest. Adizwa coughed. Water poured from her mouth. Her chest rose again, she breathed. The snake had brought her back to life. When Adizwa finally opened her eyes, the first thing she saw was the giant snake staring at her. She screamed in terror. The snake did not attack. It did not hiss. It only watched her, its eyes filled with something unfamiliar, affection. The snake had fallen in love with her beauty. But Adizwa could not understand that. All she saw was death staring back at her. She jumped to her feet and ran. She ran without looking back, her heart pounding, her legs weak but driven by fear. She did not stop until she reached the village. The giant snake watched her disappear. It did not feel anger. It felt longing. From that day, the snake began to leave the river and enter the village, slowly, carefully, searching. Each time villagers saw the massive snake crawling through paths and farms, they screamed and ran into their houses, locking doors and hiding under beds. Run. The snake is here. Yet something was strange. The snake never attacked anyone. It did not destroy houses. It did not harm children. It only moved around, lifting its head as if searching for someone. Fear spread across the village. No one knew what the snake wanted. Some said it was a curse. Others said it was an evil spirit looking for a sacrifice. Elders performed rituals, but the snake kept returning, and Adizwa, watching from her window each time the villagers screamed and scattered, felt her heart tighten because she knew that snake. She knew it was the same snake that pulled her from the river, breathed life back into her body, and saved her life. After many terrifying visits, the giant snake suddenly stopped coming. Days passed. Weeks passed. Months turned into years. No one saw the snake again. The villagers slowly came out of their fear. Children returned to playing freely. Women walked the paths without looking over their shoulders. Farmers worked their lands in peace. The elders gathered and spoke among themselves. It has gone, one said. The rituals worked, another claimed. Whatever it was looking for, it has found it elsewhere, they concluded. Soon, the story of the giant snake became nothing more than a tale told to scare children at night. And Adizwa, she stayed silent. She never told anyone what truly happened at the river. She carried the secret in her heart like a heavy stone. Sometimes, at night, she dreamed of glowing eyes watching her from the darkness, but each morning she woke up to normal village life. Years passed quickly. Adizwa grew into a woman of rare beauty. Her face matured gently, her figure became graceful, and her presence alone could stop conversations. People said she was even more beautiful than she was as a girl. Suitors came from nearby villages. Some brought gifts. Some sent elders to speak on their behalf. But Adizwa rejected them all, not because they were unworthy, but because something deep inside her always felt uneasy. She often felt watched, especially near water, and she avoided the stream completely. Then one day, he came. His name was Connor. He was tall, handsome, and well-spoken. He had calm eyes and a warm smile. Unlike the others, he was patient. He did not rush Adizwa or pressure her. He spoke kindly. He listened. He respected her silence. Slowly, Adizwa's guarded heart softened. For the first time since that afternoon at the river, she felt safe. When Connor asked for her hand in marriage, her mother wept with joy. The elders agreed. The bride price was paid, and the wedding day was set. The whole village prepared. The wedding day arrived bright and joyful. Drums echoed across the village. Women danced, singing praises. Children ran around laughing. The air was filled with celebration. Adizwa sat beautifully dressed, her skin glowing with traditional markings, her head wrapped in fine cloth. She looked happy, truly happy. For a moment, she forgot the past. Connor stood proudly beside her, smiling, ready to take his bride home. The ceremony began. Everything was going well. Then, the wind changed, the drums slowed. Birds flew away suddenly. A strange silence fell. From the far end of the village, someone screamed, "The snake!" Panic erupted. The ground trembled as the giant snake appeared, larger than ever, its scales shining under the sun. It moved with purpose, straight toward the wedding ground. People dropped plates and fled. Drummers ran for their lives. Women grabbed their children and screamed. Before anyone could stop it, the snake struck. It attacked Connor. The handsome groom fell lifeless to the ground. Terror swallowed the village. People ran into their houses, slamming doors, hiding in fear. just as they had years before. In the chaos, the snake wrapped its massive body around Adizwa, holding her family but gently, as if protecting something precious. Then, with its prize secured, the giant snake lifted her and took her away, disappearing from the village as if it had finally found its love. The giant snake moved swiftly through the forest, its massive body gliding over the earth as though the ground itself made way for it. Trees bent aside. Bushes parted. The wind howled as Adizwa was carried far from the village she had known all her life. She screamed. She cried. Her voice echoed, unanswered, but the snake did not tighten its grip. It did not hurt her. Its coils held her family yet gently, the way a mother carries a child. Eventually, exhaustion overtook her. Fear, her tears dried. Her body weakened. And she fainted. When Adizwa opened her eyes, she was no longer in the forest. She lay on a smooth stone floor that shimmered like glass. Soft light filled the air, glowing without lamps or fire. Around her were pillars carved with ancient symbols, and flowing water moved gently along the walls without making sound. She realized with terror. She was under the river, yet she could breathe. She sat up slowly and saw the giant snake before her. But now, something had changed. Before her stood a man, tall, dark-skinned, majestic. His eyes were the same glowing eyes she remembered from the river years ago. Adizwa screamed and tried to run, but an invisible force stopped her. Do not be afraid, the man said calmly. My name is Adioba, king of the river realm. Her heart pounded violently. You killed my husband, she cried. The king bowed his head slowly. I won fate long ago, he said. But humans do not hear the language of spirits. Adizwa shook with anger and fear. I saved your life when you drowned, he continued. I watched you grow. I loved you from the moment the river gave you back to me. She fell to her knees, weeping. This is not love, she said. This is terror. Adioba looked pained. Love among spirits is different, he replied. But I will not force your heart. Back in the village, mourning filled the air. Kondi was buried with tears and confusion. No one could explain what had happened. Some blamed Adizwa. Others blamed the elders for ignoring old warnings. Her mother cried endlessly. My daughter is gone, she wailed. Alive, yet lost. The elders consulted diviners. The message was clear and terrifying. The girl belongs to the river now. Days turned into weeks. Adizwa lived in the river kingdom like a queen, yet her heart remained heavy. Servants attended to her needs. Fine clothes appeared before her. Food that tasted sweeter than anything on earth was served. But she did not smile. Adioba visited her often, never touching her, never forcing her. You may return to the surface, he said one day, but the world above will never forget you. She looked at him with tired eyes. I want my life back. Adioba sighed deeply. Then you must choose, he said. He led her to a sacred pool. If you leave, he explained, you will return as a woman marked by the river. You will never marry again. You will belong to neither world. Adizwa thought of her mother. Her village. The sun, I choose the world above, she said. Adioba nodded sadly, so be it. He transformed once more into the giant snake and carried her back to the riverbank where everything began. Before she left, he spoke softly, whenever the river calls your name, remember, you were once loved beyond death. He disappeared beneath the water. When Adizwa returned from the river that day, alive but changed, the village welcomed her with silence instead of joy. People stared, whispers followed her footsteps, children were pulled away when she passed. Women avoided sitting near her. Men lowered their voices whenever her name was mentioned. Some said she was no longer fully human. Some said the river had marked her soul. Others believed she carried a curse. No one said it to her face, but fear lived in their eyes. Even her mother, though she loved her deeply, sometimes woke at night trembling, staring at her daughter as if she feared the river might come for her again. Adizwa felt it. She felt the distance. She felt the rejection. She felt the loneliness. Days turned into months. Adizwa lived quietly. She no longer laughed. She no longer joined women in evening gatherings. She avoided celebrations and stayed away from weddings because the sound of drums reminded her of the day blood-stained joy. No man came to ask for her hand. Parents warned their sons, "Do not go near that girl." She remained alone. At night, she often dreamed of flowing water, glowing light, and a calm voice calling her name softly from beneath the river. Sometimes she woke up crying. Sometimes she woke up peaceful, missing something she did not want to admit. One evening, a strange sickness spread through the village. Goats refused to drink water. Crops near the stream dried suddenly. Fear returned. The villagers began to whisper again. This started when she came back. She brought the river's anger with her. She must be the reason. Soon, no one greeted her anymore. When she walked through the village, people closed their doors. Adizwa finally understood. She no longer belonged. One hot afternoon, just like the day everything began, Adizwa felt an irresistible pull toward the river. Her feet moved on their own. She stood at the riverbank, staring into the water. The surface rippled gently, and the wind carried her name, Adizwa. Tears rolled down her cheeks. "I am tired," she whispered. "I have no place among humans." The water stirred. The giant snake emerged slowly, majestic and calm, its eyes filled not with hunger or anger, but with patience. "You have returned," the voice echoed in her heart. "I have nowhere else to go," she replied. The snake transformed once more into Adioba, king of the river realm. "You are free to leave," he said gently. "But if you stay, you must stay forever." Adizwa looked back toward the village. Smoke rose from rooftops. But she felt no warmth there anymore. "No one fears me here," Adioba continued. "No one will chase you away." For the first time in years, Adizwa felt seen, not as a curse, not as a mystery, but as a woman. "I will stay," she said. The river kingdom prepared a wedding unlike any human ceremony. Water spirits sang. Fish formed glowing paths. The river shimmered like silver cloth. Adizwa was dressed in flowing garments made of light and mist. Adioba stood beside her, proud and calm. There were no screams, no fear, only peace. She became queen of the river realm, wife to the king who had saved her life, loved her in silence, and waited for her return. From that day on, the villagers never saw Adizwa again. But elders still warn young girls. Do not ignore the wisdom of the morning. Do not walk alone when the sun is harsh. And never judge what you do not understand. Some nights, when the moon is full, villagers claim to see a beautiful woman walking on the surface of the river, crowned with light, a giant snake beside her. They say she is not unhappy anymore. She finally found a place where fear did not follow her.